You'd be famous for a day. Let's go.
I feel like you've got more fame in you than just a day's worth.
Well, I mean, I try to live it up on Instagram. You know, I'm one of those guys that after I get retired, I'm just gonna repost fights. I actually hate those guys that do that. You know, they'll fight like 6 months ago and they repost the same fight every day. It's like, dude, move on with your life. Let's go. Let that shit die. All right. Anyways.
No, I agree. What is it? Who's the most worst offender, do you think?
You know what? My good buddy, Jalen Turner. And Jalen Turner, he's a savage. Like, I think he has a legitimate shot at being the 55 champion. But I swear to God, dude, every day I see a picture of him kneeing some guy in the face. I'm like, how many times are you going to repost the same damn picture, Jalen? Move on.
Do you have that argument with him at the gym?
Nah, Jalen's a man, dude. I should tell him to man up, though, and get a fight. But, you know, I guess that's part of the UFC's job.
So anyway, you're coming in here 3 in a row.
Yeah, right.
What's the feeling like?
I think it's more 2 in a row. I don't think we had count to leave. That was so long ago. That was a different time.
Yeah, but technically the record says 3 in a row.
Yeah, but technically it's not.
Don't diminish your own accomplishments here.
No, man, I feel good, dude. I feel good, dude. Just fucking another day in the office, man. Feel good. Feels good to be winning, you know. Saturday I could get knocked out and go back to my hotel room all pissed off, but as of now I'm on the high. Feels good.
Well, do you feel like your chances are good for this fight, or do you feel like you could get knocked out?
I feel like that I am 100% better than Jotko. I feel like, again, in the gym, I don't even think he'd want to be a sparring partner of mine. But again, a fight, 4-ounce glove, shit's dangerous. So yeah, no, chances are good as long as I don't act like an idiot.
Is that, you said he wouldn't want to be a sparring partner of mine, is that based on your own skills, or just you perceive yourself to be so much better than him in particular?
I've watched him fight. He's fought my friends. And yeah, so I'm basing off that.
Fair enough. So when you see the fight play out, based on that, how exactly do you see the win coming towards you?
I mean, Brad Tavares knocked him out in the third. Obviously, I never really I don't like to go in there with the mindset that you're going to finish somebody. I like to go in there with the mindset that you're going to get fucked up. It's going to be a war. Because then, you know, if that happens, you're ready for it. But if you go in there like, I'm going to knock him out in the first round, next you know, the second, third round comes, you're bloody. You know, it's like to prepare yourself for a war. But, yeah, no, I mean, I should kick his ass, but you never know with fighting, man. I've trained with guys who suck, and then one day they show up and they're the best in the world, and the next day they show up and they suck. So we'll find out.
Do you kind of enjoy that? I can imagine you sort of enjoying the unpredictability of fighting.
You know what, man? Like, fighting sucks. Like, the winning and losing sucks. Like, I'm telling you, if you guys were to watch some of my training sessions, better than every fights I've ever had. The problem with your record and kind of hinders performance. They said, hey, here you go, Sean. I'm going to pay you your flat fee, win and lose, and just go in there and have the best fight of your life. Like, seriously? I could fight again? I'm not going to take out. Oh, I would go in there fucking hands down, haymakers. It'd be the best fight. But now you start putting records on the line, win bonuses. You're a little bit more cautious, which sucks.
Is that the true pressure of, well, no, the true pressure of fighting is punching someone in the head. But is the pressure of fighting that comes with that, like, well, if I make a mistake, this affects everything
100%,
after the
dude,
fact?
no, fighting's fucking easy, man. Like, you brought Jocko in right now and you said, hey, you want to fight in the middle? I'd have no issue doing it. I'd do it outside, do it in the cage. The pressure only comes from your record and your purse. It kind of, that was a hard thing for me to let go of as well.
In which sense?
Just failure, man. Just fear of failure, going in there and, you know, fighting like a coward just because you're like, oh, well, I want to try to knock you out, but what if I overstep and you hit me with a kick or something like that? And then, you know, and in turn that holds you back and makes you susceptible to it. But, yeah, fear of failure makes everybody a coward.
It's a weird sort of contrast, right? Because you need to play it sort of safe to advance your career, get the wins, but then the UFC, you know, they want you to not play it safe and just go out there and go balls
yeah,
to the
and
wall,
then you're like, I could give you the fucking best fight of your life, but if I go and get knocked out, are you guys gonna bench me for 6 months? Like, how the fuck does that work, you know? But nah, man, I think this fight, it's gonna be violent, and I think it's gonna be good. I think you guys are gonna like it.
Stuff, man. Last thing for me, did you see Brendan Allen wants a rematch?
Fuck Brendan Allen. That guy's such a douchebag. Honestly, it's like if we could call out rematches, I have a list of guys before it's fucking you. Fucking Kamaru Usman #1, although it ain't gonna be a welterweight. But nah, man, Brendan Allen's just such a douchebag. What do you win? Like a heel hook, a a leg lock. You took what, the coward's way out of submission. Like, fuck off, dude. Go focus on yourself, you know. Like, or he's like, oh yeah, that was lucky. I beat your ass for 2 rounds. Shut up. Focus on yourself.
So no to the rematch.
Fuck him. And I'll tell you what, Renown, we keep winning. The moment you actually get ranked again and it's for a belt, then we'll give you a fucking rematch all day long. But do yourself a favor, do me a favor, and focus on yourself, you fucking loser.
Outside of Usman, who else is on the list that you're like, I need to get this one back at some point?
You know, man, I'm not necessarily like, I need to get this back. Like, everyone who's ever beat me, they deserve to win. Kamaru Usman beat the fuck out of me. I mean, it was hard to learn how to wrestle, and it was hard to learn how to wrestle in 8 weeks. I remember walking that fight knowing I was going to lose. Ponzinibbio with Santiago, fucking another hard fight. It was like one of my fucking second fights or so, or third fights in the UFC. I was just too nervous. Fought in Brazil. But yeah, no, I'm not like that, man. If you won, hats off. Hats off. Do I think that I would beat the guys that beat me? Yeah. Do I think that Kamaru Usman obviously would be the hardest test? But yeah, hats off to everybody that beat me. Congratulations, you deserved it. I applaud you, man. Let's meet up for the belt.
And looking at your social media, since you brought up the Instagram, how close are you to becoming a OnlyFans mogul?
Oh, fuck, man. I mean, I haven't had to take off my pants yet, but if they offer me enough money, let's fucking go.
So, all right. So, what are your go-tos outside on a loss night and on a win night? What are your go-tos when you go to the Instagram? What are you going to post after a win, and what are you going to post after a loss? What are your go-tos? You
know, man, I'm a happy, miserable fuck at the same time. I'm happy. Like, I'm super happy, but I'm also, like, murderous and violent. So, like, usually, even after my last fight, I burned out, and I remember going back to my own hotel room, like, well, I was happy like 5 minutes ago. Now it's gone. Well, fuck, what do I do now? I guess we go train. So, I mean, I'll probably bitch and complain about my loss and say, sorry, guys, I should have did better, but hopefully we knock this fucking guy out, and then I could raise my hand and be like, thanks, everybody.
Is social media a nice, I guess, release from the day-to-day of just training? And is it something that I guess it's hard to envision when you started, because you've had quite a bit of fights. Would you ever envision that it would become a big part of your day?
I mean, dude, we're all fucking attention whores, you know. But I will say one thing about being an attention whore on fight week. When you start getting a shit ton of attention, it's almost like too much. We're like, oh man, like I don't want to like reply. Like I get so many messages. I mean, fuck, I like social media. It's cool. It gives me something to do. I mean, fighting, we have a lot of free time, but we put so much into fighting that I think most nights MMA fighters are just watching porn and on Instagram. Like at the end of the day, like
everybody else.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we put so much into it where it's like we don't really have social contact with people. It's more you train, you go home, you lay in bed, you do jack shit, you know. So Instagram's cool. It's like it's a way to not have to contact people but still be social.
Did you guys bring anybody particular for this camp to try to mimic Jocko coming in here?
No, man, I've only watched Jocko fight once. Fuck, I think he's like a lanky guy. He likes to throw kicks, takedowns. No, I mean, I spar Sam Alvey, I spar Marvin Vittori, Brad Tavares a lot, where it's like, I don't need to mimic you, dude.
Those are good candidates.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have wars with these guys every fucking week, so it's like, nah. I mean, I have to go watch his footage. What should I watch out for? What's he good at?
Long range. Just watch his kicks.
Yeah, he has a good little body kick, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to try to counter it and break his fucking teeth. But, no. It'll be good, man. It'll be a good fight.
And then looking just on the sheer numbers, you guys both have just incredibly long list of numbers of fights. I think you're both like mid-20s and a few losses.
Unless you're in the UFC, it doesn't count. All wins that aren't UFC wins don't count.
Well, that kind of raises the question when you look at, I think somebody, if they saw that on paper, they're like, oh, these guys they're pretty even. You know, they have the same number of fights. But when you look at the experience you've went through, and then when you maybe have seen some of his stuff, the experience that he has, can his experience match with what you've went through?
I mean, like with our fights, or
yeah, just in terms of, is he going to come here with the same experience? Did he get
abused as a child? Like, what are we talking about? Experience? No. But
were you?
No. I had a questionable uncle. Just kidding. Don't put that. I'm kicked out of the UFC. Block that one out. No, I don't have an uncle. Fuck him. Anyways, so no. I mean, again, if you're not in your wins in the UFC, if they're not in the UFC, they don't count. A lot of fighters, when you see guys come to the UFC 10-0, they're usually padded with fucking cans. It doesn't count. And again, you know, with Jotko, I've watched him fight. He's good. He's a tough fight. But I'm better than him in every aspect. Kickboxing, boxing, grappling. You know, it doesn't matter the aspect. I'm fucking better than him. And it just comes down to who shows up game night. If I show up and he shows up, I knock him out. If he shows up, I might get choked out. You never know.
And I know you said you like to you do the training, then you just go back and do the social media. You do the isolation thing. Are you happy though that the world is seeming to open up more? The UFC just went and did an event with full crowd, 15,000 people. Are you excited for that and looking forward to that? Or
you know, I kind of like the no crowds. Not that I hate on fans. I love fans. They're the reason why we have the job. But it's a more like intimate setting. You know, you could hear punches, you hear corners, like. It's a little bit more violent. Like it's it's nice. You could focus and enjoy the process a little bit more. You don't have anybody booing or anything like that.
But if you walk out there and people are just shouting your name, making you go crazy, would they switch your mind on that?
I really enjoy quiet. You know, I like quiet. Maybe I'm might be a little autistic or something, but yeah, I like the quiet.
And then last thing for me, out of all the things that can kind of play it, I'm sure you played this fight out in your head, but what are the keys to the victory for you? What needs to happen to make sure you get your arm raised at the end of the night?
Keys for victory, man. Fuck me, I should be asking. I've only watched him fight once. What are my keys to victory?
Well, I mean,
I'm asking you, bro. You're the guy. What do I have to do to win?
Just be you. Walk forward. Get in his face.
Yeah, no, I mean,
make it dirty.
That's really my game plan. Like, just fucking go in there and have a fucking war, man. You know, just like win or lose, just let it go and let's fucking make each other bloody. Let's go.
I like it. I'll be in the press room, but if you need me in the corner, just call and I'll come out. I'll tap in.
Let's go. Let's go.
I think that's it.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Well, that's fun, you guys.
Thank you very much.
Might want to cut out the whole uncle thing. That might not.